They say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But is failure truly failure? Or could failure be the very thing that launches you towards your goals, your purpose in life? Whichever way you look at it, it's very important that the information that you gather, you execute it. They also say that knowledge is power. But knowledge is truly power once you put it into practice. And in life, we live and we learn. And I'm certainly have learned a few things during my running journey. So just know in life, plans or no plans, always learn from past events. On the 21st of April, 2024, I run in my very first race. And that race is the London Marathon, where I attempt to run a sub 4-hour marathon. Follow me as I go through 16 weeks of training. Welcome. Welcome back to the channel for week 2 of my marathon prep. Before we go into this week's training, I just wanted to discuss the training plan that I'm following. I'm following a training plan which is on the Garmin Connect app. I decided to go with this plan because it's very easy to follow. I've just clicked on to the first week. This is everything I did the previous week. And big up to Keith Anderson from Full Potential who put this training plan together. I'll click on week 2 and I'll be doing yoga for day 1. And this is what I have in store for the rest of this week. And the great thing about Garmin is that all the plans are downloaded onto your calendar and most importantly to your watch as well. So as you're doing running workouts, everything can be seen on your watch and it's very easy to follow. Today's suggestion was to do a yoga class or Pilates. Funny thing is, I've never ever done a yoga class in my life, meaning to go to one, but for the last 6 years, I've just been doing yoga in my front room. And I've learned from just doing follow along classes which are on YouTube. I'm just doing a practice here by Yoga with Adrian. It's January now, so she usually does a 30-day yoga journey. And what I'm doing now is doing day 6. Actually, I'm doing day 7, which is to sync. So the whole theme for this month is flowing. And this lesson here is actually to teach you to be in sync with your body and with your breathing as well. One thing that I just love about yoga is not just a physical practice, but it's also a spiritual one as well. And you learn so much about the mind and body connect as well. And the breathing part is just so important. Adrian emphasizes in a lot of her classes that the breath always comes first. And a lot of times when we find things difficult, we tend to tense up. But what I've found that started to happen once I started practicing yoga is that if I found something difficult and I remembered my breath, it became easier. So if I did sprints, which were feeling difficult, the moment I remembered my breath, it felt easier. And we can apply this to everyday life. Woo! The temperature has really dropped in London over the last few days. Today is 1 Celsius, which is 37 Fahrenheit. And I have to pull out the really thick gloves, the ski gloves, because it's that cold. I don't know why we always act so surprised when the weather is this cold. Conversations we have at work and when we talk to people over the phone. Oh, did you feel the temperature today? Oh, it's so cold. It's so cold today. Like it's a surprise. Like we always act like it's never this cold. It's always this cold during winter time. But how I beat the cold as a runner is that I do my warm-ups wearing exactly what I'm going to be wearing outside. So some people will just, because they're indoors, they will just warm up in their t-shirt and their shorts and do their warm-up and then put on their clothes. I put on my clothes first. So I'm feeling extra toasty. But what I do, I do my warm-up. Once I do my warm-up indoors, by the time I step outside, I don't feel the cold at all. Straight into my run, and it's all good. Just wanted to show you how my workouts are downloaded onto my watch. Here's my calendar. Oops, let me just go back. My calendar, and it shows you that I'm doing a recovery run today. So if I click into the calendar, it says recovery run. And if I just click start, then my workout will start. If I want to see exactly what I'm doing for the run, then I go into view, 2 steps for today's run, which is a 45-minute run at this pace. And then the second part is I'll cool down and allow my heart zone to get down to zone 2 as I do the recovery run. Hey, I just quickly wanted to show you exactly what I see on my watch when I go out for a workout. Where you see 11:26, it shows me my exact pace when I'm doing my warm-up. Now in this clip here where you see 9:41, that is my threshold pace. And right here is my pace when I'm resting in between the intervals. For me to truly reap the benefits of any workout, it's very important for me to run at the correct pace and also to stay in the right heart zone. So this really helps me to stay accountable. Here's a useful piece of data which is shown in every single run I do on Garmin, and this is to do with heart rate zones. For this particular workout which I was doing, it was a lactate threshold workout. So it was very important for me to stay in zone 4 during my intervals. So that was my heart rate, which is between 148 beats per minute to 165 beats per minute. Lactate threshold workouts, as I explained in the previous episode, are designed to train your lactate threshold so you can maintain a faster pace for longer periods of time. So it was very important for me to stay in that heart rate zone and not to go above 165 beats per minute. And this is where things like a heart rate monitor it can be very useful for your training. I prefer to wear a heart monitor because I want to have accurate information so I'm running in the correct zones. So it's a double session today. And in my mind last night, I said to myself, yep, I'm going to the gym, gonna do my cross training in the gym, and I'll do my 30-minute recovery run in the gym. But then I woke up this morning and I said to myself, nah. You're going to do your cross training outside and you're going to do your recovery run outdoors as well. And leave the comfort of the gym. I'll probably be back in the gym next week, but it's very important to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I know there's going to come a time during training and when I'm running the actual marathon where I'm going to be uncomfortable. But marathon training isn't just about the physical aspects of it, but it's also the mental, training yourself mentally. So that's the reason I've decided to do my cross training out in the cold. And there's going to come times in life, and that's the reality of life. This doesn't just apply to marathon training, but it just applies to everyday life. You're going to go through uncomfortable situations, but it's all about maneuvering yourself around those uncomfortable experiences. Day 5, which was Friday, was a lovely rest day for me. Today I was doing intervals, which was similar to what I did the previous day, but a moderate to hard pace, which I was doing today. Now for the final session of the week, Sunday long run day. So that ends another week of marathon prep. In total this week, I've done 24 miles of running. And I feel great. I feel strong. I feel fresh. The only thing that I need to change is the amount of sleep I get. Since the beginning of the year, I've been getting 6.5 hours sleep, which hasn't been great. And it was only yesterday I slept for over 8 hours and I felt wonderful in the morning. So that's something that I need to address. I need to start from tonight, just making sure that I get to sleep early and get a decent amount of rest. I just need to balance out the amount of fluid that I drink throughout the day, because I need to obviously stay on top of my hydration. But what's happening during the night, I'm getting up several times during the night to go to the toilet, and that's disturbing my sleep pattern. So yeah, that's part of the plan. In life, when you have plans, you need to sometimes make adjustments so that your plans go smoothly. So thank you once again for joining me for another episode. Like, comment, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And yes, I'll see you next week for week 3 of marathon prep. Peace.